Welcome to New Sky TV. The internet is exploding. Guo Yuxin and Yuhang's unrequited love has come true. The sweetness level is off the charts, and it wasn't just love at first sight, it was all premeditated. After reading Guo Yuxin and Yuhang's story, I finally understand. Why are there so many sweet romance dramas now, yet everyone is so obsessed with this couple? It's not some artificial sweetness, it's that it captures the most awkward yet precious part of love, how one person gradually, through the most genuine actions, gets closer to another. Yuhang, this guy, has truly turned unrequited love into an art. From love at first sight at the freshman welcome party to various chance encounters in the librarian cafeteria, now the forum confirms it was all planned. He even took elective medical school courses just to catch a glimpse of her. He always managed to sit just right diagonally behind her in the third row by the window, where she usually sat. These old sweet moments from the forum, now unearthed, the blurry candid photos, the youthful diary screenshots, are still quite touching. That kind of cautious approach, many people have done it in their youth, haven't they? He was afraid she'd know, yet afraid she wouldn't. The most scathing detail was the jealousy. At the social gathering, seeing someone hand Guo Yuxin a drink, he accidentally spilled his own, wetting half of the other person's sleeve. Such childish behavior. But you understand that awkward feeling of liking someone so much you can't hold it in, yet having no right to express it. Later, the drama artistically altered it to him pretending to be drunk and leaning on her shoulder. Romantic, yes, but the original's childish, barely concealed possessiveness is even more poignant. Guo Yuxin, in a later interview, laughed and said she actually knew all along. Watching him clumsily create topics, his eyes shining undisguisedly when he looked at her. She was also waiting for the day he'd mustered enough courage to step out from those carefully planned coincidences, stand confidently before her, and say he liked her. So, where do so many chance encounters come from? The best love often begins with a long-planned affair. It's memorizing your schedule, understanding your tastes, and appearing just right when you need it. In countless unseen days, I've taken 99 steps toward you, just waiting for you to notice, and then gently take that final step. The daily Yuhang's unrequited love story was exposed, it went viral. Netizens were both swooning and marveling, saying, the highest form of affection is being willing to put in effort for you, carefully protecting you, and not putting you in a difficult position. This sincerity hidden in the details is more touching than any direct confession. Now, seeing photos of them walking side by side on campus, their fingers intertwined. Yuhang still habitually walks on the outside, subconsciously shielding her when crossing the street. These small actions have long become muscle memory. When Guo Yuxin turns her head to talk to him, her eyes and brows are full of smiles. It turns out, the sweetest candy is never spilled, but brewed day after day with care. Unrequited love is a chaotic battle for one person, but fortunately, this premeditated act finally yielded its co-conspiracy. The contractual relationship was fake, but the affection that grew over time was real. Guo Yuxin's family pressures weren't just a background element mentioned in a line of dialogue. It was a reality of calculating rent, transportation costs, and the next meal, a reality so stark that she dared not even look up at her dreams. Yuhang didn't use the cool phrase "I'll support you," but chose the most arduous and exhausting method, working 3 jobs simultaneously. He attended classes during the day, worked part-time at night, and took odd jobs on weekends. The money wasn't much, but he saved every penny, just to help her with her internship accommodation fees. He never said "you owe me," nor did he mention it to anyone. It was as if this was something he was simply obligated to do. Many relationships these days are all about screenshots of money transfers, unboxing gifts, and price tags. But what truly makes your heart clench is this kind of effort, spending time, energy, and patience, yet leaving no trace. This kind of affection is incredibly heavy. And then there's that hallway light that countless people have repeatedly mentioned. In the old building where Guo Yuxin lived, the light bulbs often went out. Yuhang, starting sometime during the night, regularly went to check them. He would replace the lights when they went dim, and fix them when they were broken. It was a really small thing, so small it wasn't even romantic. But he persisted for a long time, so long that she subconsciously felt it was only natural for the light to be on. But the most terrifying, and also the most touching, aspect of love lies here. It's not earth-shattering, but rather it quietly becomes a part of your life. It becomes the light you receive when you come home late at night, the peace of mind you feel walking in the hallway without having to hurry. So what moved so many people wasn't just sweetness, but because we saw the complete process of love. From noticing and caring, from getting closer to restrained, from heartache to willingness to take responsibility. It wasn't an instant connection, but a gradual confirmation. The scene in the lab where she was injured is considered by many viewers to be the true turning point in their relationship. He stayed by her side all night, without any sentimentality, without any unnecessary dialogue, just sitting there, constantly checking her breathing and temperature. When people are at their most vulnerable, they can best discern who is truly afraid of losing you. The subsequent conflict about the future ruthlessly exposes the harsh realities of life. One is planning a stable tomorrow, while the other wants to escape their current predicament. Graduation season, job season, the moment of choosing a city. How many relationships die here? It's not that they don't love each other, but that they don't know how to walk together. The creators said they interviewed many campus couples and found that the most painful thing is never the breakup itself, but the question, "I don't know if you're willing to wait for me." That's why this story feels so real and so heartbreaking. Because it tells us, love isn't about winning with a spark, but about winning with the person who walks through reality with you. So in the end, you'll find that the real strength of this drama isn't in creating countless sweet moments, but in making the audience believe this kind of love exists, and it might even happen around us. It's not about excessive filters and piled up dialogue, but about emotions naturally fermenting in the details. Those secret glances always carry more weight than straightforward confessions. Because a gaze implies restraint, repeated confirmation, and the thought, "I care, but I dare not cross the line." Those quiet acts of help are far more real than grand promises, because promises can be made casually, but time and energy must be invested day by day. And jealousy is the least deceptive thing. It's not a carefully crafted scene, but an unconscious outpouring of emotion. You can control your expressions, you can control your words, but you can't control that momentary sense of loss, panic, and resentment. So the audience understands immediately, this isn't acting, it's instinct, and it is precisely because of this that the relationship seems believable. It doesn't portray love as a life-saving myth, but rather, it's a process of two people supporting each other in the cracks of reality. When you can't hold on, I'm there. When I'm lost, you don't leave. I may not be able to give you the answer immediately, but at least I'm willing to walk with you through the problem. We've long since stopped being fascinated by princes and princesses in fairy tales. Those perfect, destined loves, after seeing too much of them, become empty. What truly makes people reminisce is an ordinary boy, in his slightly clumsy but extremely earnest way, being good to a girl, and that girl, not taking his kindness lightly, nor demanding it as a matter of course, but solemnly accepting, responding, and cherishing it. This is the most precious thing, it's mutual. It's not about one person burning themselves out to move the world, nor is it about one side unilaterally. It's not about being saved in one way, but about me taking a step for you, and you taking a step forward for me in return. It's not perfect, but equal, not dramatic, but enduring. So when the story ends, the power to move people isn't they finally got together, but the sudden realization that truly mature love is about considering the future even before it begins. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.